What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk, brought to you by RTF Productions. My name is Mike.
And my name is Gator.
Oh, you're making this sound like a game show, huh?
Okay, that was gay. Anyway, Gator's here.
You know what? I like the game show aspect. I think we should restart the whole thing and brought to you in part by RTF Productions. We could really work that game show aspect.
But then I think I'll do that little copyright infringement of that guy that always says, he was that wrestler guy. Let's get ready to rumble, dude.
Dude, you know what?
But we can't say that because he's copywritten.
You know what, though? We actually looked this dude up the other day. Every night at dinner, we actually sit down and do trivia. And we looked this dude up the other day. He's made like $16 million off of that because he copyrighted that shit back in the 80s.
Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Great fucking phrase. All you got to say is fucking let's get ready to rumble, and you just fucking made $106, you know?
Now, is it the whole phrase? You know, he says like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children around the world, or whatever. Millions watching in attendance, whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, and I can't believe it's still on, but whatever.
Call him and ask him. Well, but you know what, though? I mean, you hear this on video games, on movies, everywhere. Like, this dude's getting paid, man.
He's getting paid.
Anyway, back to the barbershop talk. So, everybody be on the lookout this week. We're getting ready to start our veteran episodes, and we got a lot of hot topics, so that's coming. A surprise, though. Gator doesn't even know that this is about to happen. So, as everybody heard last week, this is going to be the surprise annual Gator Knows Dick episode.
Oh, yes. Because Gator knows dick. Got it.
All right. Now, time to get down to the real topics at hand. So, there was a lady. She stabs her husband. And then, before we get farther into the story, let me go ahead and break down some stuff for you. Her husband was a solid 120 pounds.
That's her fault. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I completely agree. She, on the other hand, was a solid 300 pounds. So, as the story goes on, so she shanks her husband. This man's still standing. Kudos to him. Then she takes a table leg and bashes him over the head. Now, I don't know if they just have table legs laying the fuck around in their house, or if she 300-pound monster beats that thing off of the table and then mollywopped his ass with it. I don't know. But she catches his ass with the table leg. That doesn't kill him. It takes him down, but it doesn't kill him. So then the big bitch sits on top of him. Dies from asphyxiation. She crushed this dude to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is the next contestant on the TV show Snapped.
Yo, that's ridiculous. Like, I can't even imagine being in the bedroom. And look, no offense if you're big. Hey, if that's you, own it. Rock on. But me personally, I just can't picture myself in that type of a situation. And how did he not get crushed in the bedroom already is my thing.
That's kind of like Shaquille O'Neal and his little wife. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's what, 5'2", and this dude's almost 7 foot. I mean, that's like trying to stuff a square through a little circle hole. Oh. So I don't know how that works.
But she, this poor guy, she sat on his ass, crushed him. What a way to go!
I hope she at least sat on his face. You know.
Well, she had to. Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
She crushed the dude. So
you could have sat on the chest, I guess. At that different of weight. And again, I'm a black dude, so we like big girls. So there's no bad feelings when I say it. Everybody else, y'all questionable.
See, and it makes me wonder if it was one solid plop on top or if it was the plop followed by multiple bounces to completely crush.
True. I would like to know. We're going to have to go to that court case.
I'd like to know, too. So we got another sports story that broke.
These athletes.
We've got Ezekiel Elliott. For those of you who don't know who Ezekiel Elliott is, he plays for the Dallas Cowboys. He is their running back.
Ooh, shoot, the crowd is booing. I'm sorry.
And so last year there was an issue. The Salvation Army is there, and they have their big blow-up bowl or pot or whatever you want to call it. He scores a touchdown, runs, jumps inside of the Salvation Army pot. Guy catches a fine for it. Excessive celebration. Fast forward to this year. He wears the number 21. He runs into the end zone, scores, runs up to that same salvation pot, pulls out $21 because he wears the number 21, throws it into the salvation pot. Immediately after the game, he gets on Twitter and he says, for every $21 that is donated to Salvation Army, I will match it up to $21,000. Nice little deed you did there. NFL says, suck a dick with AIDS on the tip. We're fining you $13,000.
That I don't understand. Matter of fact, our last episode, we talked about the NFL and their fining and disbarring and suspending of people. You have somebody doing a good cause for that game, the Salvation Army, and then he does something I think is decent. Yes, jumping in the bowl last year, you're totally wrong. Got it.
But it sure gave Salvation Army a lot of publicity.
True. It was a publicity stunt. You know, it is what it is, but excessive celebration. Got it. Now, this year he runs up, just throws money in there, and then he addresses the public. I put in $21 for everything else. Every $21 after this, I'm going to donate more money. So, again, more free advertisement for the Salvation Army, but it's for a good cause. And now the NFL jumps in and says, oh, we're fining you again. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. It's to a point now that they're getting ready to kick off with this XFL. They're trying to bring that back again. And when you take guys like Kareem Hunt, who was booted last week, guys like Ezekiel Elliott, who's getting punished for just bullshit.
Because he was also the one suspended for domestic violence and then come to find out nothing.
And then, you know, you got this XFL kicking off. The NFL should be concerned. You were going to lose players. Maybe the XFL can't pay you what the NFL is going to pay you, but if they can get enough stars to where it's the NFL is screwing me over, ratings will rise, paychecks will rise.
In time.
I just
Ray Rice can come play again.
You know?
Colin Kaepernick could be out there somewhere.
Exactly. Oh. I mean, we could see, you know, these players who got shafted and are getting a revival, I guess.
It's possible. That right there is possible.
So now that that's done, we've got. I saw something today that said. It said everybody was worried about talking on the phone 50 years ago, and because the CIA and the FBI is going to be listening to us. But right now, everybody has the CIA and the FBI and the NSA and whoever the hell else listening in on you. Welcome to Alexa.
Welcome to a lot of the, what is that? The IA different things. I don't know his actual name. I think it's like Kobe, which is an actual robot. Pretty much same thing as Alexa. Same thing as those Google Play speakers. You talk to it like a human. It does research on the internet and answers you back intelligently.
Right.
Siri on iPhones. I'm not sure what Androids have, but yeah, same thing.
Well, see, it's also, I understand that everything can be listened to on our cell phones. Look, we all know Eric Snowden. We all know that, they were hacking into emails as they desire. You got guys like Mark Zuckerberg, who damn near run the internet, who puts tape over his cameras, on his phones, on his laptops. That's got to tell you something.
Mr. Facebook himself is nervous.
And now, the phone is always in your hand, but then when you set that phone down, and I'm sitting down with my spouse, having a one-on-one, whether it be serious, intimate, whatever, financial conversation, whatever it may be, and now it's just free reign to listen to everything that comes out of my mouth.
For those listening, I know you're probably saying these guys are going off on a conspiracy theory or a scare tactic, or maybe even they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're just two guys giving expert opinion that don't know shit. But think about it this way. You're on your internet window, whatever it is, on your cell phone. And let's say you looked up 2x4x12s, just regular pressure-treated wood. 2x4x12s at the Lowe's website. Lo and behold, you close your internet window, you open up Amazon because you want to go order something on Amazon. What's a recommended that you need to look at? It's going to show you some wood that Amazon can send you. You go to your Facebook page, and lo and behold, there's a Lowe's commercial or ad about 2x4x12s. As crazy as that may sound, because you are on one thing on your phone, all of a sudden it shows up on everything that you visit. Your little surprise little ads in YouTube, like when you click on a YouTube channel or a YouTube song, and next thing you know, here's an ad from Lowe's. And I'm like, so you cannot tell me all this is not linked. So it can't be too much of a conspiracy theory if your phone is listening to you.
You know what? Couple of you viewers out there, excuse me, take your phone, put it in airplane mode. There's no internet service. There's no phone service, nothing. Drive around town. Stop at 5 or 6 different businesses. Then activate your phone again. Take the airplane mode off. Give it a day. At those places that you visited, watch it pop up on one of your ads.
True story.
And go ahead.
I was going to say, so no matter what we do, Big Brother is quote unquote Big Brother, the man, the higher power, whatever it is, the CIA, FBI, they're listening to your phone, or they're listening to us as American citizens through our phones.
And to my understanding, the way this Alexa works is you have to say a certain command to it, and then it activates and begins to record whatever you're saying. So back in May, there was a couple in Portland, Oregon, who was having a private conversation. And what gets me is not only did Alexa record this private conversation, but then it sent it to one of his work colleagues, the entire conversation that they were having. So you want to tell me that it's activated by a certain word, but nowhere in there did it say, hey, send said conversation to such and such. So why the hell would it do some shit like that?
Or why is it even programmed to do some stuff like that? Because your case is one thing. Alexa has done just that. Or Alexa devices have done just that in the past as well. Sending people's private conversations in their house to other people. I mean, granted, why do we know about it? Because obviously it brought controversy. You know, if I was in my house and if I had an Alexa device, say suppose I was talking to my wife bad about you, Mike, or whatever, and me and the wife were talking, and all of a sudden Alexa sent it to you. Similar situations like that.
Right.
So it's kind of
and
that. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if you or anybody listening has actually seen that Snowden movie. If you have not seen Snowden, you need to go and watch that movie. Look, I understand that they do some stuff in a movie, you know, for theatrical effect and, you know, to draw the viewer in and whatnot. But, you know, when you catch them going into your personal emails, you know, looking into your webcams anytime that they desire, and you have no idea that they're doing it. A light doesn't activate. You don't get a ding alarm, nothing. And when that came to light, I mean, that was huge. So then, as big as that was, some of you shit dicks still want to go and put this fucking thing in your house. And it just, I need answers. What is your thought process behind putting something like this into your residence?
In your personal residence, around your personal family, around your, I guess you can call it your most intimate time. Not intimate like sexual intimate, but your most intimate, most vulnerable times. We're all on guard when we're out in the streets looking around. You know, you stick your check card into the ATM machine, you're looking over your left and right shoulder. But when you're at your house, your guard is down because you're inside the house. The blinds are closed and doors are locked. But yet we have this equipment, this technology within our house that's actually working against us. Like you said at the beginning, we always have our cell phone in our hand. There is no anybody that has a smartphone, because there's still some people out there with flip phones, but anybody who has a smartphone, I can honestly say I don't think they go 2 hours without touching their phone every single day, unless they're physically asleep for those 2 hours. And then with that, your phone is literally next to you because there's apps out there that listen for you to be sleeping to test your sleeping skills. So,
see, it's funny because you'll catch Apple, who will tell the police, no, we're not going to do a backdoor to unlock this phone. Yet you're going to record my conversation and send it to somebody, though. You know, it's what's the word? It's kind of two-faced, you know?
Kind of goes into the wording on how you asked for permission to get this. Even if you don't have your apps or devices linked together, I can tell you this: I don't have my iPod that I use for listening to only music to. I used it the other day because I was trying to record music. I was trying to do something crazy, record some music or have music playing while I was recording on another. So when I went to YouTube on the iPad, literally, I used that example earlier as wood, but literally now I had looking for 2x4x12s pressure treated wood from Lowe's on my iPad or on my iPod.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, whoa, I looked at that on my cell phone. Why is it now showing up over here? Not even logged into iTunes or no profile or anything. It's just music on the because it's the version 1 iPad Touch or iPod Touch. You know, we know how slow and dumb that is, but that's what I have. But here it is, the first time I hook it to the internet in years, that's the first thing that pops up. No, I don't have a YouTube login profile or anything like that, but here it is. That's the first thing I see. So all this is linked. All these things do talk. So who is out there making these things listen, talk, and send while we're in the background not knowing any?
I mean, look, 99% of people, they're good law-abiding citizens. And really, look, even if somebody's listening, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You do what you got to do. But, I mean, I want to mess around one day and, send a dick pic to the wife, and somebody wants to friggin', in some hole in Arizona where they sit there for 23 hours a day and pull up my dick pic. You're more than welcome. You're going to be impressed. That's fine. Go right ahead. I don't care.
Here we go talking about dicks, but go ahead.
Oh, hey. Speaking of dicks.
Dude,
I got a new name for a dick. The ham candle.
Why is the hand candle?
That is a good damn name for it. The hand candle.
Loveless. Yeah, the hand candle.
The ham candle. Yeah, I love it, man.
It's good. Mess around. I'm telling you, going back to our little subject, it not to be a conspiracy theorist, I don't remember that guy's name that goes around and says everything is a hoax and it's all government planned.
Oh, I know who it is.
I can't remember his name. I'm sure if you put up a picture, I'll know that little chunky little white man anywhere.
Oh, but see, I thought you were talking about Jesse Ventura.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, he's another one.
Yeah.
He's a good famous guy. He's another one.
Old
wrestler.
Alex Jones.
Is that him?
The guy who thinks that we're ruled by fucking frogs or lizards or some crazy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him. Alex Jones.
See. Now, this is definitely not on his level. You go back, and he had a episode where he kept showing a picture of soldiers marching, and they're marching in the streets in California. They're marching in the streets. They're in your neighborhoods. They're in your neighborhood. But the picture was from a fucking parade. And it's like, fuck, dude. Now this isn't on an Alex Jones level because he just gets ridiculously outlandish with it with no proof. And we have multiple instances where Alexa has been recording and sending shit out. We've got Eric Snowden. This it's not like this is brand new news and there's no way this, somebody's just, talking out their ass on this.
True. So does that mean our own country is spying on their own citizens?
Absolutely.
Although it is, I want to say it's a federal crime for that, and because you don't have a warrant or anything specific saying to do it.
See, that goes right back to the FISA court, where they had their 11 judges who, I believe it's 11, who sign these so-called warrants so that they can look in on people and, we got a guy in North Carolina. We need a warrant for the whole state of North Carolina. And then now everybody's free game. And this FISA court is bullshit. It's shady as fuck. It really is. The way that they go about it, it is shady as fuck. I understand if it's individual, hey, this guy's been making kind of threats. He's visited this place, that place, questionable purchases. Let's look into him. Cool. But when you're looking into the, average Tom, Dick, and Harry, that's crossing the line that should never be crossed.
But it gets to the point, like you just said, he's sending stuff. This guy in North Carolina is sending information to another guy in North Carolina, so we're just going to spy on everybody in North Carolina?
Exactly, and that's bullshit, the way that they work this. And they do it with these FISA warrants that, man, it's like I said, it's as shady as you can possibly get. When it comes, and it really bothers me because, look, I got a lot of respect for judges. They're very knowledgeable. Some of the smartest people you will ever meet is a judge. But when you start doing backdoor shit like that, I start to lose my faith and I don't mean this as far as people getting sent to prison for a certain amount of time for crimes. I'm talking judges themselves. I lose a lot of faith in the judicial system as far as, my take towards a judge. It's shady as fuck.
Kind of makes you think how a lot of this new age stuff in 2018 is now starting to come to light of stuff that happened 10, 15 years ago.
Shit, the other day, I went to download a fucking flashlight app, and I didn't end up getting it because we're going to need permission to access your contacts. Hold the fuck on. You are a flashlight. Fuck you need my contacts for?
Yes. I've seen something like that before.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. And I mean, all of us do it. Every single one of us just clicks, I agree.
And don't read the fine print. Yep. I agree.
But I mean, even if you do read the fine print, look, social media is where we are. And we're talking jobs, we're talking photographs, we're talking news and information, like everything is social media. So if you aren't on some sort of a social media app, I'm not saying, you're left out of the loop, but you're definitely not as informed as somebody who is on it. And so whether you read the fine print or not, look, you're going to click I agree because you want to be on it. I want that racing game on my phone. Sure, you can look in my contacts. You can read my text messages.
Access my microphone. Access my camera.
Exactly.
Access all the photos that I have taken. And now that's where it gets me a little bit. I have to specifically look at that app and be like, why do you need access to my camera roll or to edit? Because it's a grown man phone. Why does Candy Crush need to get a hold of my pictures?
Look, one of y'all do this. Delete Facebook. Delete your Facebook app. And then reinstall it and see what happens when it says permission to access your photos. They now have all of every photo you have ever taken is theirs. You've given them permission. Whether you have uploaded it to Facebook or not, you've given them permission. You know what? Yeah. Speaking of Facebook photos, let's move to the next topic. When I put a meme up, and you know what? It doesn't even have to be a meme. For example, 2 years ago, my son's birthday. He was sitting at the kitchen table, had the cake in front of him. He didn't have a shirt on. Had pants on, didn't have a shirt on. He's getting ready to blow out the candles. I take a picture of him, put it up on Facebook. I got reported for that shit. For nudity. So my question is, I put up a meme 2-3 years ago, and this true story, this just happened. And then I get reported about a month back, and Facebook wants to ban me. Should there be a statute of limitations for when the fuck you can report me?
That's funny you bring that subject up. One of my Facebook accounts is in Facebook jail right now for something I posted in 2015. Was it a wrong picture? 100%. Should that thing have gone in Facebook jail? 100%. But you did not catch me in 2015, 16, 17. You caught me literally in December of 2018. Damn near 3.5 years later, there's a picture of whatever the picture was. I'm not going to say what it was because, about 3 years ago, these little private face groups used to be lit. But Mark Zuckerberg, whatever.
Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
But anyway, he, there should be a statute of limitation on pictures. Like, hey, we saw this picture now. We just removed it. Don't do it again. You caught me from 3 years ago.
Well, see, and here's my thing. Look, Facebook, you monitor my shit all the time. Why didn't you catch it when I hit fucking post? Why didn't you catch it right there? Tell me you can't catch that shit. Come on now. You guys are fucking smarter than this. You run the damn internet.
Because I am sure that you have a team of people just looking at every live feed. I envision Facebook as much as it's been in the news lately, I envision like 4 or 5 people sitting in this one dark room with probably like 100 to 200 small screens that just randomly switch to different people's profiles and different times people push send.
Yeah, there's plenty of virgins out there that would love that job.
Golly. Because a couple of years ago, them private Facebook groups used to be on fire. Now everybody's going to move to different platforms because Facebook done cracked down on nudity.
Well, shit.
How do you think you got born? How do you think these people were here? Or how are you here? Because of nudity, your mom and dad got fucking naked, and now you're born. God damn it. Nudity is not bad.
Well, see, that's just like Tumblr. Come December 17th, they're shutting down all the porn on Tumblr. I mean, all you're going to do is move. Everybody's going to move to Reddit. That's all it is.
Tumblr.
And,
oh my God.
and my thing is when 50% of your business comes from that, like on a business aspect, think this through. Tumblr, you're not as big as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. You're not as big as them. So when you take half of your profit away, that's not a smart move. You know, this PC bullshit, man. Fuck.
I mean, I can understand why iTunes, I think iTunes in America, or I'm sorry, Tumblr in America has, like, you cannot update your Tumblr app. Got it. More. And I understand why, because they put that PSA out there because I guess a lot of people were looking at the wrong stuff. The stuff that's illegal in the United States, you know, the underage bullshit and whatever, and the bestiality stuff. Got it. I understand that. And with people trying to invest into Tumblr, they're like, hey, get rid of this, make sure this doesn't come on, and make sure that doesn't come on. It's good. But now you're literally banning titties.
Well, see, like, now look at China, okay? They straight block shit. They will block websites from around the fucking world. They run their internet. So Tumblr, hey, if you don't want me in America to look at a horse banging a dude from fucking France, block all the sites from France. Block all the Tumblr sites from France, not to be seen in the U.S. That's too easy.
I'm sure there's going to be somebody in Wisconsin doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it back. Maybe not Wisconsin. I'm sorry.
Alabama.
Anybody from Wisconsin, I take it back.
Said my sister's the best kisser in town.
Oh, dear God. I just got that. Oh, dear God.
All right.
But it's just more, I mean, just to sum it all up, we are being watched by all our technology. Alexa seems to be the hot thing right now because Alexa is getting people in high places caught up by recording information and sending it to whomever. So if Alexa's doing that, who else is Alexa sending this information to? Who else is our iPhones sending our information to? Who else is Facebook sending us to? Is our front-facing cameras on our cell phones, since we're staring at the screen, is that really a secure phone that you hold?
Exactly.
Just think about it. You're on your favorite porn site, and you're looking at it, and you're doing whatever you're doing.
They watching every bit of it.
They're looking at your face, squint and tuck, as they're reading what website you're on. Well, they got plenty of footage from me. No, let me stop. But
look, y'all just need to be careful. Careful what you bring up and allow in your house. Look, you can't, when it comes to technology, you cannot trust any of it. Look, even your teeth bite your tongue sometimes. Be careful what you trust.
Even your teeth bite your tongue. That is true.
Be careful what you trust out there. But, Gator, another great episode. I appreciate you.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
I still love the ham candle. It is great.
I'm going to go ask the wife. She want to touch the ham candle in a little bit.
You got anything, any finishing thoughts?
My only finishing thought is going to be what I always say, because this is why we wake up at 4:30 every morning, even on the weekends. FBMM. Fuck bitches, make money.
You know it. Look, everybody, be on the watch for our future veteran episodes. Don't forget to share all of these, and I'm sure your beloved 80-year-old mother-in-law would love to hear an episode for Christmas. But RTF Productions, thank you guys for having us. Catch y'all next time.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.